Impression of Cartman sitting in the front seat of the Raja incident. Whoa! Holy moly! I don't know. Impression of Wonder Boy in his van looking for a twink boy. No. Thank you for the $100 VHS capture. I appreciate the $100, dude. Thank you. You think Michael Chandler is sweating after what Rampage's kid did? You know, since his kids are, you know. Can I get an impression? Hey, honey, you been noticing anything weird about Hap recently? He ain't snapped at you a little bit? You know, just keep an eye on him, you know? I don't know. Thank you for the $100. No, I don't think he's sweating about it, but yeah. One day Chandler's going to snap out of it at Christmas and go, what the fuck am I doing? I swear to God. I for some reason, I always think that about Chandler. He's going to be sitting there, yeah, with all of them running around at Christmas one day, and he's going to go, what the fuck is going on here? I swear. He's going to come out of this trance that he was in. I swear. Sitting there at Christmas, they're running around the house. He's like, what the fuck have I done? Honey, who the fuck am I? All of a sudden, he's this long-term CTE that he's now snapped out of. My fucking bloodline just ended. What the fuck have I done? Honey, why did you let me do this? You know what I mean? Who the fuck are you people? Yeah, Chandler with dementia. Chandler is an old man with dementia. I'm your son, Chandler. You have to believe me. No, the fuck you're not, dude. I ain't fucking believing it. You guys are trying to drive me insane. Oh, he's doing it again, nurse. Come in, nurse. He's doing it again. You're going to have to sedate him. I'm your son. Don't you recognize your son? It's me, Ace. No, the fuck you ain't, kid. No, the fuck you ain't. Who the fuck are these people in my phone? I ain't got nothing for you, kid. I ain't got nothing here for you, kid. He's going to have a crisis, I swear. No, the fuck you ain't. No, the fuck you ain't. Chandler with dementia is gonna be the funniest thing ever. Anyway. Thank you for the $5. $2. Is Trump making it to the UFC White House? Maybe. Looks dead. Yeah, it is. Yeah, why does it skip the 50 best 8? I appreciate the membership. Chandler thinks he's the main character of Me, Myself, and Irene. Is that the Jim Carrey film? Yeah. Thank you for the 5. Dementia Chandler calling police on Hap and Ace. Yeah, they're in my fucking house. Honey, put down the phone and take your medicine. We've been over this. They're coming up the fucking stairs right now. I fucking hear them. I swear to God. Thank you for the 10 Canadian dollars. That's too funny of a fucking situation, man. That is so funny. Dementia Chandler. Because that actually would happen as well if he had dementia. Like, he genuinely would freak out. Sorry. There's thank you for the 10 Canadian. There's a 4-way tie at 185 for who deserves a shot. Let's all duke it out and earn it. There's a 4-way tie at 55 and 70. Let's sit out and talk trash on Twitter or threaten retirement unless I get a shot. I know. 155ers have revealed themselves as fucking F words, man. Thank you for the 10 Canadian dollars. I know exactly what you mean. Do you think that if Turo moves up to 170, they could market it as the welterweight champ and linear? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I would go on Matan's podcast, yeah. Thank you for the 2. Just be happy you aren't Augusto Sakai. I know, I do need to be happy about that, yeah. As bad as current day Dana White is, do you really think there's someone else who wouldn't kiss fighters' butts? DC said he's open to taking over. No, we can't have DC. It's not about kissing fighters' butts. It's about actually caring about the fights that you're announcing. So even though I say no to DC, I actually weirdly say yes, because yes or no, chat, DC would be genuinely, like, exciting and... like, he would actually be trembling with the paper in his hands as he announced some of the super fights. You know what I mean? So that's what I think. Might sound funny. It'll fix itself. It's fine. Thoughts. I have them sometimes. Hey, boy. Thank you for the $2. Hey, Jude. Impression of Rampage realizing he's a terrible father. Dementia Chandler wanting to refund his kids. No. I'm saying nearly kills him with it as a joke. He's not Rajah Jackson. Thoughts on Brandon Schaub? Come on, half price? Come on. Thoughts on Brandon Schaub? I don't know. I don't think he's that horrible of a person. I will say that about Brendan Shaw, but I was on that the homeless cat thing when I was listening to Below the Belt back in the day, yeah. I don't think Brendan's that bad of a person. He lies, and he's annoying sometimes to listen to. But I don't think he's a horrible man. So I don't know. Some of the hatred is a little bit misplaced, but I think it's sometimes when there's just so much content for it, it's easier to hate someone because you don't know the full story of an actual serial killer because he hasn't spoke non-stop into a mic for the past, you know what I mean? But I don't actually think Brendan's that bad of a guy, but he used to be a big liar and an annoying person. That's for damn sure. Would you go on Jake Shield's podcast? Probably not, no. Thank you for the 5. I just don't want to go on to any political shit like that, man. Impression of Gary asking Dana, hopefully, will I ever get a title shot? And Sir Michael Caine chimes in, okay. Will I ever get a title shot? Never. When I was announcing the fight, there was an apple the size of a tangerine. Eddie Hearn is a sharper of him, though. I can't remember him. Respect is earned. Some get their respect by being a fighter and getting into the ring. Me, I earn it through pounding tortas, respectfully so. There you go. That's how you get respect. Whoa! Stand on business, mate. See you there. Thank you for the £5. Chill out. They should base fighter pay on pay-per-view points. X fights per year. Point system to give more incentive to fight. Yeah, they should. There should be an activity bonus if you go through a contract within a year. If you go through a free fight contract within a year, you get an incentive bonus at the end of it. I completely agree with you. 10k per fight extra or some shit like that, right? That's how I would increase fighter pay. So I'd actually get more value out of the fighters and get them paid more in the process. Even though they're doing the same job and getting paid the same every fight anyway. You know what I mean? Bonus each year for the most active? No, that's silly. But I know what you mean, though. A bonus at the end of the contract, maybe, yeah. If you complete a 3-fight contract within a year, 10k per fight extra, you know? I think that would be great. And then obviously it can scale. If you're a champion and you take 3 fights within the space of a year, we fucking add on an extra 5% pay-per-view share or some shit, even though there's no more pay-per-views. Impression of BJ Penn telling Dementia Chandler his white kids were replaced by, look, they've been cloned. Look. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Impression of the guy on the left of the Aljo podcast picking, no, we're not doing that, man. He was shitting me on me a lot, but I'm not going to go at him like that. Yeah, he's a bitch, though. He's a pussy bitch, bro. You wouldn't say it to my face, either. Frail little boy. What we doing with Leon if he beats Prates? No, he probably would say it to my face if Aljo was there to back him up. You know what I mean? What we doing with Leon if he... I hate that, though. That pod, dude, it's like whenever these guys get on a show with a fighter, they start really fight-talking a lot. Like, you're not one of them. You know what I mean? You're just around them. Same thing happened on Bisping's pod with certain people that were on there as guests. What we doing with Leon if he beats Prates? Not a title shot, but like a title elimination bout for sure. Ian Gary, Sean Brady. Well, not Sean Brady, but Shavkat, Ian Gary, one of these matchups. Thank you for the $2. Inquisitive. I appreciate you. What up, white boy? That's man to you. Took a trip to South Africa and recently saw 20 back. Oh, I'm on the outside. I'm looking in. Have you spoken to your boyfriend since his loss? I don't have a boyfriend. Oh, Dricus. Okay. He's not my boyfriend. Okay. And no, I haven't. I don't message him after that. Like, dude, keep your chin up high, man. I did speak to Craig Jones, chat, and let me break some news real quick. South Africa, Craig Jones. It's happening, boys. Dricus is going to win the rematch against Chimaev. Dricus is going to win the rematch against Chimaev. That's what's going to happen. It's been made. The allegiance has been made. I was speaking to Craig Jones in the DMs yesterday, dude. DDP's coming back to get that belt again, dude. Craig Jones. The IQ of Dricus. What a W that is. Employing the fucking services of Craig Jones, dude. That's exactly what he needs right now. That's a champion move. Oh, golden brown. Texture like sun. Lays me down. Throughout my mind she runs. Thousands of times, but never on stream, so I don't know what they're looking for. Thank you for the 10 Canadian dollars. How to talk to women if I have never and I hate people? I agree. The best advice I can give to talking to women is don't even talk to them with the idea that you're going to get a number or some kind of date out of it. Just have a general nice communication with a woman and then walk away. And once you're done with it, yeah, you'll probably think, that was fucking easy. I could easily chuck on, do you mind if we go on a date sometime at the end of that? That's probably the best advice I can give. Give us Eric Nolan. Don't put in reps. You don't need to put in reps, man. Just talk to a woman without the objective of sex or a date or a number at the end of it. And then once you're done and you end the conversation, anyway, see you around. Afterwards, when you're walking away, I swear to God, you'll think, I could easily chuck on, we should hang out sometime at the end of that. You know what I mean? What's your number? That's the best way, I'd say. That's really good advice, in my opinion. Yeah, fishing, man, yeah. And then over time, what you'll learn is when you have these general conversations out loud and talk to them like a person, they'll maybe give a sign that like they're looking at you a certain way. Then you'll start reading them a little different, you know, maybe. That's my advice. Give us Eric Nolan versus that bish, Shara Bullet. Yeah. Thank you for the $2, yeah. Eric Nolan, yeah. No, don't do that. Let's not ruin Eric Nolan yet. Golden brown, fries in my mouth. Getting fat, sitting around. Okay. Just follow him home now. Women are people. Yeah, what men end up doing is they see what, like, the cuntiest, most pathetic, horrible men that do the best with women do. Because they're, like, they have what's going for them, you know what I mean? And they'd be like, I should be able to do that to get women. But no, you're not. You're not the face man, you know what I mean? You're not the face man, 10 out of 10, got everything going for him type of guy. He can do whatever he wants. You're not that. You know what I mean? You gotta be nice, you know? Thank you for the 5. Everyone tries to pull that off, and then when it doesn't work for them, they go, no women, blah, 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 like that, you know? But it's just, dude, women will ignore someone being a fucking serial killer if he's hot enough. Thank you for the $5. You want to chin and wobble you. Ever in a fight. I got Prates putting you out, man. JDM Bilal was too close to say that. JDM won, but shut up, man. JDM won the fight. Stop taking away victories from wins. It was close. JDM won, but what about fucking Makhachev Volkanovski? Makhachev had to clutch a win in the 5th against Poirier. Like, God, the JDM hate. He's the most violent cunt in the fucking UFC right now. Everyone fucking hates him. I hate it. Will you make a vid on CJI too? Also, Craig mentioned you on Mac Life. Yeah, I spoke to Craig Jones yesterday as well on DMs. I was supposed to be on the CJI card versus Gabby Garcia, where I was going to let myself get triangled and try and eat my way out of it. But, you know, legalities, you know. Today it does, and I'm always going to pick Davey Grant, man. He's such a trustworthy pick. How do you think Islam versus JDM will go? I think Islam needs to earn respect on the feet to get the takedown, to use the clinch. I don't think he can get respect. Chat, can Makhachev hit JDM with something that he's going to fear? I really don't think Makhachev can back JDM up in order to get takedowns on him the way that he needs to. He's going to have to, like, really, like, savantly get the takedown into a back take, into something like that. I really don't see it. I think JDM can move forward against Islam Makhachev without much fear. You know, I don't see Makhachev catching him in a counter. I got JDM. I haven't felt this confident about an underdog in a long time since JDM fought Bilal Muhammad. Or when Charles Johnson fought Lona Kavanagh. Like, there's certain underdogs I'm just like, dude, I don't see how the favorite wins this one other than fan power, you know? Which is why they're a favorite. Yeah, DDP is not my fucking boyfriend, you cunt. Raja went apeshit. All right, thank you for the 2. Bilal is a small welterweight. You know Islam is way bigger out of camp. 190 versus 215. 190 versus 215. How would JDM handle a version 2 of Bilal? Actual solid point, please. You think he's a V2 Bilal, though? Bilal has arguably proved more grappling dominance in terms of control and being able to physically manipulate larger men than Makhachev has, bruv. Poirier has a false hip. How is Makhachev going to handle a Poirier V2? That's what I want to know. How's Makhachev, forget V2 this, how's Makhachev going to handle a Poirier with 2 working hips and not a false blade joint hip attached to him? That's what I want to know. How's he going to handle a V3 Volk with actual heat in his hands and power and strength? Volk was smaller. There's no argument here. Makhachev's not way bigger out of camp. 190 versus 215. He's not 215, dude. He's a fucking 5'10 lean guy. He's not 215. Davey fought. You guys overestimate so much. Davey fought regular, because I'm not going to do a video, so I'm just going to stream non-stop. Deep down, you know Islam will smoke Jack. I don't, because he couldn't smoke Poirier with a false hip. I really don't know that at all. He couldn't smoke Thiago Moises. I really don't know that at all. There's no... I genuinely have a real confidence in JDM and have been since the idea of the matchup came up. Imitation of Raja meeting War Machine in the pen. Yeah, man. man. You one of me. We together, man. My fucking Slurpee. Thank you for the $20. All right. You have to take into account 155 versus 170 skill. I do. I do take it into account, man. And I think JDM's all right. Like, strike and defense, I think he's better than Poirier. Damage with his hands, I think he's better than Poirier. Power, he's better than Poirier. I do think JDM's got better scrambles than Poirier. I watched it. Poirier can't scramble that anymore. He's like trying to drag his leg out because he's got a false hip. I'm taking it into consideration, man. I am. Thank you for the £5. Like, I know Makhachev's going to be technical, but I don't think he can overwhelm physically JDM. I don't think he can. JDM borderline lost to Bilal. He didn't, though. He didn't. Imagine what Islam or even Usman would do. Usman would get pieced up by JDM. I strongly believe that as well. He lost to Leon fucking Edwards. You know how shit that is? Thank you for the €6. You want to play this game? Borderline lost to Bilal. Well, Makhachev borderline lost to 5'5", 145-pound champ Volkanovski. Imagine what JDM would do. We can play this game, man. Hey Guru, keep up the hard work. The only time past performances come up as a negative is for JDM, I swear. Hey Guru, I keep up the hard work. Thank you for the $2 Canadian. Oh, look what you did against Burns. Burns arguably beat Chimaev. You skipped my $20 dono. Check DM. Smoking Islam, but thank you for the $20 if you did. I got JDM smoking Islam by 3 in sub. JDM has some of the best scrambles in the sport. I like his scrambles, man. Top 5 best strikers in the UFC. Bilal has better takedowns than Islam. One thing I also really like, I think Bilal has better double legs and single legs than Islam, but he doesn't have as many variants on the trips and the sweeps, which is going to be interesting, right? But in order to do that, you need to overwhelm in the clinch, which I don't think he can do against JDM. He's too built. But yeah, I think so as well. I don't think I don't think he submits him, though. Just my opinion. Stupid ass fight. How come some title defenses before mixing champs and divisions? Just my opinion. No, it isn't a stupid ass fight. It isn't a stupid ass fight at all. This is a great fight. Makhachev moves up. It's fine. I'm okay with it. Impression of... I agree that we should have had Makhachev to Puria or Makhachev versus a real lightweight contender, but Arman ruined everything because he's a cunt. Arman's a lazy, non-working cunt. He ruined everything. Arman ruined UFC lineage and history because he's a cunt. He's a bitch. Fuck him. Impression of Cartman sitting in the front seat of the Raja incident. Whoa! Holy moly! I don't know. Impression of Wonder Boy in his van looking for a twink boy. No. Thank you for the $100 VHS capture. I appreciate the... But yeah, that's horrible. I don't like that feature at all. Picking Islam, but let's not act like JDM doesn't pose a serious threat. He does. I think no matter who you're picking, I know it's a very close, hard fight, but I'm leaning JDM. Member for 3 years now, let's go. Yeah, you can have a Makhachev take. You can't write off any idea of a JDM pick, you know? Be behind 5 donos now. Reminder everyone, you're talking about current Dustin Poirier, not prime. I'm talking about current Dustin Poirier, of course, yeah. Current Dustin Poirier, false hip Dustin Poirier, definitely. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, he's fighting Yakub. JDM clearly 5-0'd Bilal. I think 4-1, maybe round 4 you could see to Bilal, but 5-0 is an argument for sure. 4-1 is clear. Guru, thanks for being the only sane voice we seem to have left in the MMA community. No problem. Thank you for the $5. I'm just a logical human that ain't paid off. Who the fuck are they? I don't know. Thank you for the 2. Someone clip Dementia Chandler, please. Much love, Guru. I've already read it. Impression of Dementia. I've already read it. I didn't mean stupid like it's not a good fight. I mean stupid like it's a pointless right now. Yeah. There's other divisions. There's other same fights within a division to make. Yeah. But at welterweight, I don't mind a bit of a logjam right now because we do need some title elimination bouts. One thing I don't like is that because of this matchup, the top contenders at lightweight and welterweight have just stopped fighting altogether. That hurts. We was wrestling. Thank you for the $5, Alex De Pascal. I appreciate you, man. How do you feel if Islam got a hugged 23-minute win? I'd genuinely have a fucking meltdown. JDM smokes prime Dustin. He would. JDM has better skill. I like JDM. I feel like people do not rate JDM like he's not a world fucking champion right now. And he's beaten everyone in the UFC that they've put in front of him. I know he's had some close fights, but winners win. You know? I think people don't give that enough credit. Same thing with Ankalaev, right? He's kind of like an Ankalaev. Even though I also counted out Ankalaev a bit. I've learned not to, because winners just win. It doesn't matter how much margin they win by or how impressive it looks. Like, winners win. They don't get KO'd. They don't get slept, even though Ankalaev did. I mean, his current streak. Yeah, just a poxy little £2. Be safe. No problem. Thank you for the £2. It's not poxy, man. I appreciate you. Islam versus JDM will be close. It will be, but I think JDM will eventually finish him. Like, Makhachev will be winning. He might take a back for a round. Like, he might have the back of JDM for 2 minutes at the end of round 1. I could see that. How do you think Islam will look not having to cut down to 55? We might see him better than ever because of the recovery. Maybe, but I don't think he'll have the physicality that he had at 55. Weight cutting is a benefit, man. We keep saying that about... You know, there is lighter man skill. I agree with lighter man skill, but with how do you feel if he doesn't do the weight cut? No, being larger than your opponent is a massive advantage, you know? Thank you for the £5.